With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Duo Live show here at Learn Crypto, your one-stop shop for crypto and stock technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. Let's make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you want 24/7 access to myself and Todd Butterfield, join us at patreon.com/learncrypto. My name is Nick Hellman, aka the Crypto Hitman.
I'm Todd Butterfield, Wyckoff on crypto, Wyckoff on stocks.
The man with the plan, taking us all to Lambo land. Shout out to everybody who is watching us on YouTube and on Twitter. And shout out to those who are already asking questions. We see you, Zimmy Jim. We see you, Jasper, Yannick, Harry. We will get to those questions shortly. First of all, we're going to hop over to CoinGecko. We're going to see a general overview of the Bitcoin and crypto markets. And then we'll have Todd look at the large cap cryptos and the large cap stocks as far as the charts. Do some technical analysis. Then we'll update you on our small cap positions, and we'll go to the comment section to get your questions and your chart requests. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Hopefully the mic is working. Todd, if you want to share my screen, let's look at CoinGecko. So we can see here Bitcoin having a little bit of resurgence after it shook off the Iran bombing of Israel, little funk that we had in the market, bouncing off both the 200 and 300 moving averages on the 4-hour. Back above 63,500, but essentially flat for the past 7 days. Ethereum underperforming, down 5% last week. Solana down 4%. BNB outperforming everything, but only up 1%. And the story continues on, are we going to get an alt season, or is Bitcoin dominance going to continue to inch towards the 60% level, which will be major overhead resistance? The biggest winners for the past week, still meme coins, Popcat up here, Dogwhip Hat up here. But we are seeing SUI, which was leading the pack, had a big unlock of tokens, so it underperformed in the dip, is back up 21% in the past weeks. And we do see Aptos up 17% as well. So congratulations to holders of that. What does this lead me to believe about narrative in the market right now? The market is looking at layer 2 scaling solutions. As we do know, Ethereum gas fees have continued to inch higher, and the market is still interested in meme coins. We'll talk about some of the meme coins that we're trading, some of the meme coins we're long on, and some of the meme coins that we are even staking once Todd looks at the charts. Todd, do you want to look at Bitcoin? Let us know what's going on in stocks. And then maybe we'll talk about some of the entries that we're getting at patreon.com/learncrypto and see what the comment section has going on today.
Yep, let me take that over. Our normal Bitcoin chart here with a lot of Elliott Wave slapped on top of it, which we do for some of the crypto. I talked about a green 1-2 and a yellow 1-2 possibly ending down there below 61,000. We have had some strength here the last 4 days off the lows. So that wave 2 could be complete, or we could be, just in an A, B, and we come down one more time, maybe to 58, 59,000. Which was previous wave 2 support. That would be logical as well. So as I'm sitting here today, I'm still bearish stocks. So I do think Bitcoin might come down one more time. So just looking for coins that interested in if we do get one more dip. If we show some strength still here and in the coming days, then possibly, and we get above that previous high up there at 66,000 and change, then we could be ready to do the wave 3 of 3. So we'll be watching that on Bitcoin. And I know Zimmy Jim mentioned SUI. That's one that I mentioned was strong and would probably stay strong. And bring that up here real quick. You can see today coming alive, breaking out, going to tagging the previous high back there in March. So that one still is one probably that can continue to lead us higher. While we're here, I'm going to go over a few that I mentioned. I did do a video update on it. If you see it on YouTube or in Patreon. Drift is one. If you throw some Wyckoff labels on it, could look interesting here on the next pullback or so. That's one we're watching. CAS, I've mentioned, down there at these levels, we did get oversold slightly lower, holding right in there. NPC is another one I'd mentioned that went to a recovery high here in the last 2 days. And also TAO went to new highs as well in the last 4 or 5 days off those lows. So that's one on a pullback I would think would also be one to look at. So those are kind of the ones we're looking at, and all the one Nick's had success with. Let's go back to the duo screen. Jasper says a Wyckoff accumulation on the inverse chart, which would be lower, but I guess you're only looking at a 3-day chart. So a little short term of a chart, which if you're going for that, yeah, that would give us a breakdown there to that 58,000 level probably, if that was to come to fruition. So we shall see.
Yeah, we also were talking about Pulse Chain and the potential breakout occurring. It looked like we were forming what we call a pork blaster, which is a high-level consolidation. And yep, we did break out. We were up about 10% from the last live show, and now it is holding these levels over the weekend and this morning, break even on the day. That breakout has sent some altcoins that were in, such as PTGC, to new all-time highs. It sent Alien to new highs for the move, breaking above previous resistance and now flipping it into support. And it is sent X, which is another project we're watching on Pulse Chain. Haven't got an entry. It is make that rally from 8 cents up to 10 cents. So Pulse Chain strength continues. We do know that Richard Hart has his court case October 31st. If he beats the SEC in that case, he's 11 lawyers. Pulse Chain will lead the charge and probably outperform SUI and even these other layer 2 scaling solutions, up 90% off the lows so far in this past month of September and early October. But I think the bigger thing here is if Richard Hart beats the SEC in his case October 31st, that will be the blueprint for many other tokens in the sector of cryptocurrencies. And if it's a positive thing for Pulse Chain, it'll be a positive thing for many other layer 1s and layer 2s, as a lot of them are using the same distribution method for their tokens and the same blueprint of being a scaling solution for Ethereum itself. So the end of this month, 1 week before the presidential election, could be a bullish catalyst for the markets. And then we'll see what happens in the presidential election to see if the bullish momentum will continue. Dadman Crypto says, I'm looking at soul memes that ran hard in March and have washed out since. Lots of them waking up recently. He notes Hobbs and Zeus as interests me. One tweet by him sends these multiples. I don't know about Hobbs or Solana is a tough chain. We haven't given a lot of entries on Solana. Why? Because its meme cycle was quick. It was volatile, and it was swift. There's a lot of G's over in Solana, a lot of cabals just rinsing hands, rinsing other community members. Now, the one meme coin that we have been in since 300,000 market cap, and it just rallied once again back to 7.5 million market cap, is Dubcat over on Solana. So I do think that Solana is not dead. Solana will continue to have some strength, and we'll see if it will outperform Ethereum or BNB in the short term. But nonetheless, the meme coin that we were watching there has been Dubcat. It just recently rallied off the lows once again, and that's kind of the one meme on Solana that we're keeping our eye on and actively participating with. But maybe we'll have to take a look at Hobbs, Zeus, and maybe your thesis of looking at more memes over on Solana that were seemingly pump and dumps. The problem is a lot of these memes don't have real utility. A lot of these memes, once they dump, they are over. If they lose the narrative, they are over. If the dev leaves, they are over. That's why a lot of people are looking at CTOs. We were kind of ahead of the curve on CTOs, getting involved with Dubcat at 300K, getting involved with Kaiken at 400K, getting involved with Mello at 400K. Those are all CTOs. We were early to that narrative, but CTOs and memes are a narrative that is starting to catch on here in the overall market.
Not much else on here. ORNJ.
Not real any major news on ORNJ. They do have spaces. If you follow the Twitter, they're putting up new product releases. And if you just hold the ORNJ in the X1st wallet or similar, you are awarded points for those token holdings. ORNJ will be one of the leaders for Bitcoin DeFi if and when that narrative comes back. I believe the narrative will come back. It's only a matter of time. But they've continued to truck along even though the price of their token is down like many other alts over the past few months. Keep in mind that the pre-salers, like all the vesting and everything is done. So the only tokens coming to the market are in the hands of the team. So you need to trust the team to do well with those tokens and appreciate the price once again. Obviously, it behooves them to do that with the Bitcoin narrative, the Bitcoin DeFi narrative so young and really hasn't made it to the mainstream primarily due to UI and UX constraints on its users. ORNJ and the team there is trying to be a first mover for the UI UX improvements in Bitcoin DeFi. Bitcoin DeFi, if that narrative becomes bullish again, benefits all of us because it will pump Bitcoin's price as well. It will pump the price of Bitcoin mining stocks because there will be more transactions occurring on the Bitcoin network, which pumps that Bitcoin price and the number of Bitcoin wallets that we'll see as people will finally be able to play in Bitcoin DeFi like they do with Ethereum, Solana, and BNB, and so on.
Let me grab it here. I'm going to show Blub, B-L-U-B. Not much trading action in this one, going back just here a couple weeks. Not much to add there, Yannick, to add there. The technometer up here at overbought. So I'm going to need more action on there to be able to give any type of real action on that. Also, while we're here, XLE, I did sell that on Friday for profits. So possibly oil could, I'd like to see oil have a pullback here. We did get extreme overbought on my technometer that did turn us down before. So I did take profits on XLE. Want everybody to know that. I did take profits on DXY as well. Took that a day early, but we're out of the DXY for also small profits. And I'm still on TLT. I think we've had an ABC pullback on TLT and could rally again out of these lows. So,
if you want to get these trades in real time, make sure to join us at patreon.com/learncrypto or check out learncrypto.io. We are going live more often. You guys notice we are live, trying to be on a daily basis. But the people who are getting these entries in real time are the private group. $1 a day keeps the banker away. Your financial freedom is just one click away as well. So let's get started. Join the community. And if you're hesitant to the 175 people watching on Twitter and the 25 people watching on YouTube, that's fine. Keep tuning into the live shows. You'll see that we win more than we lose. And you should have joined the community earlier. But here's your warning. So patreon.com/learncrypto. Hope to keep seeing you pop into these live shows and eventually see you pop up in the private group.
He says I need a little more volume. We'll turn that up just a little then. I don't have much more else to add. I still think stocks could try to see some downside here, and hopefully then that would give us a nice little short-term pullback in crypto and get us long more of these coins and ready for a surge to the upside. So
yeah, there hasn't been a lot of crypto news or anything really going on. I think the biggest news pieces now are what's going on with the global macro picture as far as war. Will there be retaliation from Israel and Iran? How does that escalate? Also with Ukraine and Russia. And then we got at the end of the month, we got the Richard Hart case against the SEC. First week of November, we got the U.S. presidential election. Elon Musk was just on stage with Trump over the weekend, so that was exciting. That's a very pro-crypto regime if they win. I know in the poly market, Trump did take a 4% lead over Kamala Harris. Maybe that's why we're seeing a little bit of green in the Bitcoin market today. And, we'll see what happens. The halvening has just passed, and we got all these macro potentials. Now we need to see if they'll all line up in a positive way and continue to finally give us that new all-time high for Bitcoin and let the real bull market begin. Todd, definitely you should look at the Bitcoin dominance chart because we've been talking about that every show, so it would be nice to just stay updated on that and see where that's at.
Let me first go here. I'm going to bring up DJT. We got that in front of us. Big House mentioned that. You can see the rally today up to 1852 was even higher than that. I can't gain much from this chart except this does look like a selling climax into that 1150 low. This is probably just an automatic rally, and I would expect some sideways. But again, who knows with that, with Trump and the elections, etc. Bitcoin dominance. We've been showing the same chart here that showed accumulation as the Wyckoff labels have shown here. And still the uptrend's been intact. And again, we thought maybe a rally up to 60, 61, and then that might cap this rally and would give us a chance to get alts to run. So that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah, that'd be ideal if that'd be definitely ideal if Bitcoin dominance stops somewhere around here, or 60, 61%, which would be previous resistance, and then we give a breather and let Ethereum play catch up in a big way, which does spur that alt season that we really want. Dadman Crypto said the biggest news is the speculation on who the Satoshi reveal will be. HBO, I believe it is, maybe it's Netflix, I can't remember, is having a docuseries on who they think Satoshi Nakamoto is, and there's actually a poly market and betting market on that. The reason I've not been giving a prediction on that or giving a bet on that is I think it's going to be kind of like Ancient Aliens, where they really don't provide very much insight, and the prediction really doesn't affect the market or your bags at all. So no bets on that, and I probably will watch it just because it's crypto related. Do I watch it tonight? Probably not. I'll probably watch football instead, because at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to say anything that any of us who have been here for multiple cycles already know. They're probably going to be mentioning Hal Finney and different things, and Craig Wright. We've already been here, been around for that circus, and it really doesn't affect the market, in my opinion, regardless of what they say, because I don't think they have a finite proof of who it is.
I can bring up Render here real quick. Not much to add there. We had a little bit of a bullish divergence down at that low at 5 before. We're not oversold. We are 43. So Render a little deeper, probably I'd be interested in for some type of bounce.
Doggo over there is antsy.
Yeah, I think
What's she up to? What's she up to today?
Somebody's on the roof.
Is she saying dog season is underway, or what?
I think it's been cat season for you.
That is right. Cat season has been pushed because of Coinbase kind of having their cat season. Simon's Cat is the free airdrop we got for holding Floki. And then, of course, Dubcat going from 300K to 7.5 million. So cats still underperform dogs. But there has been some big cat winners, including PopCat and others. So if you missed PopCat, buy Dubcat. If you missed a lot of the e-news, buy Kaiken. And, of course, our favorite meme coin is still Floki. And that's kind of a hedge on Doge. Whenever Doge rally, Floki rallies harder. That's what it continues to be. Also holding Floki, we have it staked, earning us some nice APR on there as well. So far so good for those positions, and we'll see if we can get out of this sideways chop and see what is going on for the overall crypto market. And for now, you probably know what a lot of our positions are because we talk about them on here, and hopefully the Patreon members are long and winning as we've been scaling back some profits. I guess real quick, one thing that we didn't talk about is we do have Coinbase and Riot positions. We just closed a Riot position for a quick 24-25% gains. We bought it off of this bullish divergence and oversold RSI reading. On the first rally, we were going to take profits if last Monday opened green. It didn't. We saw a sell-off. We didn't panic. And today, opened green. We gave it a few hours, and we sold around $8.25 for 24% gains after buying back 33% cheaper than our last trade on that. I still think the mining sector is just a heavy sector. I don't know what your opinion is on that, Todd. So getting quick gains out of it is something we'll do for trading, and I feel safer having more long positions on Coinbase, for example, and maybe even a MicroStrategy, who are producing real revenue and real income based on the success of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency ecosystems versus these miners. Yes, they make more money if Bitcoin goes up, but they're constantly having to update hardware. They're competing against a global network of other miners. And, of course, to pay off the debt, they either got to raise more capital or they got to sell some Bitcoin. So it's a tough industry to be in. And without that Bitcoin narrative, DeFi narrative going on, I don't see how they're going to make it up with fees unless Bitcoin price just goes straight up. And if that's the case, we have exposure to Coinbase, we have exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a ton of alts. So if we miss out on a little bit of these mining gains, that's okay.
No, I totally agree with that. Too much risk, I think, with the miners. They need traded. Better to be with coin and some of these or the Bitcoin ETFs. So I'm going to go over quick here. Yannick asked about corn, CORN. I do think commodities are making multi-year lows here on a lot of these. Maybe even stocks like ADM and Bungie and some of these. But I think corn, I'm long that with some small losses. That was, again, a more of a longer-term position for me. So I do think those markets are making major lows and will be a place to have some money as we move forward. Here's SNS Tether. I think that was Dadman Crypto. Let's look at that a little bit here, spread that out. I mean, definitely trying to come alive here in the last 5 or 6 weeks. Technometer had a lot of selling into that low at, you know, at the all-time lows here at 10 cents here for this down move. So not much to add. That definitely major selling pressure into that low. So I would guess that was definitely a selling climax. This is probably an automatic rally. Have some resistance here at 0.041, that previous high. So not one that I trade, but one that could show some outperformance on this next bull run.
And Yannick says Mellow Man has been moving. Yeah, Mellow Man moved back into the consolidation range between 8 cents and 14 cents. Until you break out of that 8 to 14 cents range, I don't think you can have too much excitement. Obviously, that's a big percentage-wise, but that's just where it's been consolidating. I want to see us break above 14% on high volume, on utilizing revenues from their products to buy back and burn the token. And then the upside is immense, with the first target being around 22 to 25 cents. So, yeah, there's a possibility here to get in at 8-9 cents with a target of 22 to 25 cents if it can break out of the consolidation range that it's been in. So that's one to keep an eye on. You have the Matt Fury narrative there. So if like Pepe, for example, starts running, that's the Matt Fury character narrative. But Mellow Man does have utilities, unlike a lot of meme tokens, that is bringing in revenues and partnerships as well. And the Moors wants you to look at TRB Teller, if you can, Todd.
Yeah, let me grab that. Here's TRB Binance. Try to. You can see on the volume we had new lows in the volume here recently, so that does look like accumulation off that selling climax. So I would lean off those lows, but I think we are overbought here short term. But that one I would expect still to try to work higher. The blue line is showing 5-minute intraday volume, so we've had continued selling after these lows while price is putting in higher lows. So I think some accumulation is finally going along there and could bounce once we get these all clear buy signals, hopefully in near days ahead.
Big House wants you to look at the ZEC chart, and then Yannick wants you to look at the Wojak chart, and then I think you should go over the Bitcoin chart as well for the latecomers to the live show, as obviously that dictates a lot of market movements.
Here's Wojak. We've gone over this a few times for Yannick. We had, again, big sell volume here down to the low that I show marked in green. And Wojak continued to put in higher lows. So been saying that probably this one, the downside is over and can continue to work higher. We had some oversold technometer readings. Almost got that on October 2nd. Got down there to 40 and having a good day today. But again, that's one that on pullbacks, I would be a buyer.
And then if you want to take a look at the ZEC chart and then the Bitcoin chart, and we'll try to wrap it up here. And then, of course, we'll try to be live again tomorrow, and we might stay tuned for some more recorded content on the public socials today. And, of course, we'll have some Patreon and Discord-only content. So if you want to ask us more questions, or the people who are still asking more requests, hit us up in Discord or join patreon.com/learncrypto.
And same thing here. You can see price was making higher lows here while volume was making lower lows. So that shows some accumulation at the $7 level. That did pick up that low the other day. So I think keying up that $7 support level, and maybe Zinc can get something going as well here soon.
A lot of these alts are putting in higher lows here. You know, they haven't been explosive, but they just keep tapping this uptrend line and continuing a slow grind higher here, even with Bitcoin dominance still paving the way.
And here is SHIB. Had that nice little green bar rally and then came down on some pretty heavy sell volume. So that's one that, you know, once again, once we think it's maybe clear to enter some of these, could be okay. Definitely not one of my favorites. And that chart does look like that was a sign of strength, and this was the last point of support. So again, look to that here, hopefully a little bit lower, and then chase it higher as it comes out of this accumulation phase.
Yeah, for SHIB, I still just think I prefer Floki. That's one we've gone with, and Floki continues to outperform when SHIB makes moves. So I still prefer Floki, and Floki gives us a passive income opportunity. The charts look very similar to SHIB and Doge as well. So that's just my thought. That's how our portfolio is constructed.
Let me go back to Bitcoin, as you mentioned. For any latecomers, here's our Bitcoin chart. We do have some Elliott wave labeling on here. We thought we had a bunch of ABCs into that low there at 48,000. We've been calling for a 1-2-1-2. If you like any type of Elliott wave, we did warn, we wanted to break down below 61,000 for that wave 2. That wave 2 still could be in progress, so we have maybe one more sell-off coming in. The bearish count is that that was really an ABC rally. And now we're headed below 48,000, down around 46,000. If that's the case, that means that this was a 1-2, and we're going to roll over here and start to see some real sell volume coming in. So not really expecting that at the moment. I am monitoring that because I think stocks could have some selling to come in here. So keeping that open. But otherwise, we're kind of thinking 1-2-1-2, and maybe we got a little bit of a pullback still here this week to give us a better entry to add to some long positions. So
there we go. I think that's going to wrap it up for the live show, guys. Like I said, stay tuned on our social media accounts for more recorded videos today. Of course, we always have content to answer your questions over in Discord. Join patreon.com/learncrypto. Smash the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you like what you guys are seeing here, let us know. We'll keep doing more live shows. We'll keep doing longer live shows. I want Todd to do like a TA marathon, like Mitch Ray or something. That's what he needs to do. Just sit there. I'll come over and drop you off some food. Just keep those TA charts rolling. But I think that's it today. Not much on the news side. Not much action on the crypto and stock side. Charts look pretty decent here. We still have a bullish count. We still have a bearish count. And we're not getting overly aggressive with adding to our longs in the current market conditions. Todd, do you have any last and final words here?
I mean, we've been here since 2017, late 2016. So, we've been pounding the table at 1,000 Bitcoin. And I remember we was pounding the table at 3,600, 4,400, 5,600. These things are starting to, obviously, with the Bitcoin ETFs, you got way more people watching them, way more volume. And I think the opportunities for trading are still here and still on our HODL bags. So just keep it moving, make some more money.
That is it. Thanks for tuning in to the Duo Live Show. You got to love it. Show me the money. That's what it's all about. And we will see you guys tomorrow live as well. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, guys. I know we got to say it every single time, but it is what the algo needs. And if we have 200 viewers on Twitter, why don't we have 200 likes, comments, retweets, whatever it is? The algos love comments and interactions. If you love the content, please take the couple minutes to let us know you love it or ask us a question or just keep tuning in. That's it. Peace out.
Yep. Do your own research. This is not individual investment advice. See you.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.